Greetings everybody, Sean here. You're watching Content and Comments, so let's get this started. Lashana Lynch, a black, politically correct terminology African American, has been cast as the new James Bond. At least that's the narrative that people are pushing. That's the story that people are running with. At least that's the clickbait title people are using. Now it's been brought to my attention that Lashana Lynch isn't actually going to be James Bond. She's just taking over the call sign of 007. And I'm sure that there are a lot of people out there who are going, yes, Queen Slay. And of course, on one side of the aisle, and on the other side of the aisle, there are probably people that are going, oh, James Bond is going woke for women, get woke, go broke type situation. Now, here are my thoughts on this whole thing. Incidentally enough, the story that's been reported is that Lashana Lynch's character is taking over the call sign of 007. She's not actually going to be James Bond. They're not gender bending James Bond. James Bond, Daniel Craig's James Bond is retired. Lashana Lynch's character comes in and takes over that call sign, which incidentally was very similar to my idea in regards to how they could have Idris Elba, a black man, be in a James Bond movie in the lead role of the movie, but not have him, quote unquote, be James Bond, so to speak. But in any event, let's just get into this. My thoughts on it are this. One, see where the story goes. See where the story goes, because we don't know how the story's going to go. And incidentally, I'm curious as to how they're going to do this story. Because I'm thinking down the road past this movie. In this movie, does Daniel Craig retire in this movie and then she takes over? Does Daniel Craig come back to take, not Daniel Craig, but does James Bond retire in this movie and stays retired? Does James Bond retire in this movie, then comes back out of retirement? Does the train's about to come? Does James Bond, is he retired when the movie starts, and then later on, is he retired when the movie starts? Is Lashana Lynch the 007 character when the movie starts, and then something happens to her, and then James Bond has to come out of retirement to come help her out? How is this going to play out? It should be very interesting to see. But the problem is going to be is what's going to happen when James Bond does come back and he takes back the mantle of 007. Are people going to be upset over that? Are they going to sit there and go, oh, well, here's the white heterosexual male taking something away from the woman of color, away from women type situation? Is that what's going to happen? We got to wait and see. It's going to be very interesting to see the reactions to the actual movie itself, how the movie is done, and where they go after the fact, because they are placing themselves in a very peculiar situation. Now, is this a situation where they hope that Lashana Lynch's character is well received so that she can continue in as 007? Will they change the title of the movie from Bond to 007, Agent 007, whatever the case may be, if they move forward with her? Is it a situation where they're hoping to get some sort of spin-off in regards to the character? If they want a character to have a spin-off, do they need to have that character take over the mantle of James Bond? I mean, the mantle, the call sign of 007 first, and then be able to do spin-offs? I don't know. All I'm going to say is this has the potential to have some very interesting reactions from both sides. Both in a good way, both in a complaining, whining sort of way. Again, if she's 007, when James Bond eventually retakes the call sign of 007, what's the reaction going to be to that? It's going to be interesting to see. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Till next time, catch you on the flip side.